On this week's episode of Bayou Wild TV,
my family, they always was big outdoorsmen. My dad, my mom. As we grew up, he wanted us to learn how to hunt. This was really my first time really squirrel hunting, besides just being a kid in the backyard playing around. Shot a little under, it looked like.
We got to position these guys better. They got to back up more.
Got back up behind me. They got me done.
the idea is to surround it with all your hunters because you never know which way that squirrel's going to break free.
Because at the end of the day, that's what really life is about. That's what hunting about, fishing about. It's always about just enjoying the moment, enjoying time, and it's about what you love. At the end of the day, it's just something that just come natural, really.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Global Outdoors. Find your next adventure and share your experiences with others by downloading the Global Outdoors mobile app or visiting globaloutdoors.com. Every day, we strive to preserve traditions that have spanned generations.
Around every turn of the bayou, Mother Nature reveals unique people, places, and experiences.
And the bounty of animals and fish. Well, in Louisiana, we just call that lagniappe. I'm Don Dubuque.
I'm Chris LeCoq.
I'm Captain Martha Spencer. Join us as we document the adventure,
Sportsmanship,
And heritage that make us Bayou Wild. We ventured back to a familiar site, the place where it all started for Bayou Wild TV, the Sanctuary Lodge near Woodville, Mississippi. There's been some memorable moments captured through our lens on this property.
I think I missed.
I don't know.
Oh, look at that one. Look at that one all the way to the left. He's acting funny.
Yeah, looking wobbly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going down. Oh, he's going down now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at this guy, huh? What do we got here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
We're not gonna count that one.
Nah.
Here we go. Here, 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 and here. And I did the blooding ritual really neat for you. Hey, what you think, guys? Way to go.
We started stalking. Chris and I probably walked 250 yards. One of the spikes saw us. They ran off around a corner, and we came around the other side and set up on them and waiting for them to come back down over this ridge. We got him.
But today, we're back with bushy tails on the brain. We found another tiger in the wild.
I'm Sean Squirrel Burrell, an LSU track phenom. So I do the 400, the 200, 400 hurdles, and the 4x4 relay. Main event is the 400 hurdles, but I mean, you put me in there, I go do it all. So my dad's best friend, he named me Squirrel. When I was about 3, maybe 4, I was real small, fast, and the running joke is I looked like a squirrel, so I got the nickname. I really didn't like it until I guess I started doing sports a lot, and it actually stuck because I was really fast in all athletic sports, so that just was the nickname to go to, Squirrel.
See if this thing shoots straight today, buddy.
Same as last time, about 5-6 inches, yeah. I still got that pickleball.
The one and only Louisiana Sportsman Show, presented by Shell in LaPlace, March 28th through 30th at the St. John Community Center and surrounding park. Same show, new location. Vendors from Louisiana and other states on hand offering great deals on fishing and hunting gear, boats, tractors, RVs, and much more. First responders, veterans, and those in the military get free admission on Friday. Parking's free for all. Plan to join the one and only Louisiana Sportsman Show, presented by Shell, March 28th through 30th in LaPlace, sponsored by Louisiana Land Bank.
There's nothing quite like the Louisiana outdoors. Known for its mystique and natural beauty, sometimes there's no better place to clear your head. John Deere products from Sunshine can help you do just that. From the woods to the field, every view is better from behind the wheel of a John Deere. Ask your local Sunshine dealer about our current promotions, or learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
One of the reasons why Double D has been around for 50 years is because we are consistent with what built the business. And we go to great lengths to make sure that when you bring a deer or a hog or whatever it may be, your meat stays your meat all the way through the process. But we want to be as true to the original intent, which is a local meat company. And that's something that we want to maintain for as long as the Lord lets us do it.
Become a supporter of the Louisiana Wildlife Agents Association today by visiting supportlwaa.org. Browse the selection of exclusive gear, including t-shirts in a variety of colors and styles, plus hats, koozies, and more. Gear up today and support the LWAA.
I got you back.
Load it up.
Today we're with Sean Squirrel Burrell from LSU. It's a Tigers in the Wild feature. We're going after squirrels with dogs right here at the sanctuary, Woodville, Mississippi.
My family, they always was big outdoorsmen. My dad, my mom, they always liked being outdoors. They really started with just fishing. Dad had a boat before I was even born, before my oldest brother was even born. And he just loved fishing. And as we grew up, he wanted us to learn how to hunt. So he just started investing into little properties, getting acres at our old house. And then now we have 8 acres at our new house. And then he bought some property out in the Clinton area, about 42 acres. So he always wanted us to just learn how to be real good at shooting guns, be knowledgeable about guns. So that's really how we was growing up. And now that I'm older, I bought my first boat. It's a 2003 Triton boat. So I go out there to pigeon and just do a lot of fishing out there, Lake Verret, like do a lot of bass fish, like do the evening tournaments on Fridays at Jack Miller. So that's something that I like to do.
Get it!
A squirrel hunting, really, there's 2 ways to squirrel hunt. You can stalk and sit by yourself and try to catch a squirrel moving, or you can put together a group and bring the squirrel dogs out where they find the squirrels, they'll smell them, watch them in the trees, surround the trees, and then it's open fire when the squirrel makes a run for it.
How you get the dogs to attract the squirrels?
Well, they're bred to hunt squirrels, and so what I like for them to do is to use their nose, their ears, and their eyes to find them. That's 3 tools that a dog has to find a squirrel.
Yeah.
And then when they find the tree he's in, I want them to bark. Let me know where he's at.
Right.
And then I want them to look up in the tree in case the squirrel leaves the tree, they can go with him. Because I don't want them barking on the tree the squirrel was at.
Yeah, okay.
I want them barking on the tree the squirrel's in.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
There's another one. There's another one. There you go. Good shot. I said triple.
But actually getting the opportunity to see the dogs work, like that was very interesting. Seeing the dogs be able to track the squirrels from tree to tree, learning from others where you have to circle the tree, have to be everybody around. Like you're not gonna be the only one to kill the squirrel. Somebody else gonna be shooting. I mean, it's not just one shot. It's you shoot again until the squirrel actually drops. So it was a very fun experience, and I would love to keep doing it.
The thing about squirrel hunting with dogs in this type of a terrain where it's real hilly is those squirrels are masters of disguise.
Shot a little under, it looked like. But got back up behind me. They got me done.
We got to position these guys better. They got to back up more. They were right under the tree, but that's why we're here to clean up their mess. But no, everybody's having a great time.
The idea is to surround it with all your hunters because you never know which way that squirrel's going to break free.
Squirrel, we've been walking around the sanctuary woods here for now for a couple of hours. Have you heard anybody talk about the legendary vine puller of the sanctuary?
I ain't never heard that before.
Well, Jeff, you know who I'm talking about.
Good friend of mine, Kevin Peel.
Okay.
Quite the character.
He goes by that name, but I'm not real sure if that's really who he is. My best guess is he's a Sasquatch that went through a serious electrolysis process.
Oh, man.
But he'd walk through these woods and boy, he'd shake them vines and squirrels would be running everywhere. And they say he's still out there. So if you see a vine moving and a squirrel running, that's the legendary vine puller.
I might be running too.
You've likely heard of the Honey Island swamp monster, or even the legend of Boggy Creek. But here in the hills of Wilkinson County, Mississippi, within the boundary of the Sanctuary Lodge, is a local legend and lore that makes even the most bold of outdoorsmen cautious to enter a solitary wooded area. It's the tale of the Vine Shaker. Is he man? Is he beast? Many have roamed this hilly terrain in search of the elusive vine shaker. He's rarely seen and even more rarely interacted with. The vine shaker makes his presence known by pulling on vines, snapping limbs on the highest of trees, and stomping around in overgrown areas of the property. He could be hiding in the nearest thicket or lurking over the next hill. We've spent countless hours, days, and even months here in an attempt to document and understand the vine shaker's feral behaviors. Is it a primitive mating ritual, or some primordial form of communication? Or is it the vine shaker's way of displaying dominance over his territory? No one really knows, but one thing is for certain. What the sanctuary vine shaker truly desires is to be appreciated and understood.
It really is just I'm at an elite level when it comes to pulling vines. It's something that takes years to acquire, but I assume that role, and I'm proud to say I'm the vine shaker.
So Jeff, any theories on whatever happened to the old vine puller?
Yeah, I think he's getting old. He doesn't quite have the strength, and he can't move around like he used to.
How's his mind? Is he still a little goofy, or?
Yeah, it's not quite there anymore, but I mean, I think he still operates, but he's not the guy he used to be.
I think I hear a dog barking. The vine puller might be over there. Let's get him.
And then having the team, I mean, like one person shoot, the other person shoot, somebody's gonna hit it at the end of the day. So it was good and fun time. When NIL first started for me, I wasn't really big on it because I was looking at NIL as something that it's got to be making videos, making funny videos or TikTok or something like that, making dances. And I really wasn't that type of person. My NIL is something like this, a hunt or going fishing.
Good shot. Oh, no. Where's that rifleman?
It's stuck.
Good shot.
NIL is really your brand. It's not what they make you do. It's kind of like what you want to do, and you're not forced to do anything that you don't want to do. And NIL actually helps the student athlete, not just financially, but it also builds the connections. It helps just build you as a person and show really who you are.
Coming up next.
We're going to bring this to a boil. It's going to take about 5 minutes, maybe a little over 5 minutes. And then after we hit a boiling point, we're going to cut it back to a simmer.
If you're lucky enough to get a mess of squirrels like we did today, we can tell you the guy who knows just what to do with them. Ooh, look at that, look at that. If those squirrels only knew what was going to happen to them, they'd be proud.
I think so too. I think they'd be happy to be in this stew in the field.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Delta Marina is Plaquemines Parish fishing one-stop. Get live bait, fuel, ice, tackle, and marine supplies. Then launch into the world's most productive saltwater fishing. Return to the fishing cleaning station, relax in first-class cabins overlooking the bayou, all in Delta Marina's safety video-monitored parking lot. Need a fishing charter guide? Delta Marina can hook you up. Cook your catch in your kitchenette or dine in the upstairs restaurant. Visit Delta Marina for a day or a week. Stop in just off Highway 11 down Rosemarie Drive in Empire. Visit thedeltamarina.com.
In Louisiana, food brings everyone together. These are the flavors that make friends out of total strangers. The flavors that remind you of home. It's the meals you crave, that take time, that show love. Because in Louisiana, we cook. And we know that when we come together to cook and eat, life gets better. So pull up a chair, leave room for seconds, and pass a good time. Because life needs Louisiana flavor, baby.
Hi, I'm Olivia Grace George, Miss Louisiana 2024. Did you know that Louisiana is one of the world's leading producers of propane gas? Of course, it's used for cooking, cleaning clothes, and heating homes, but it's always been used on farms and businesses across our state, as well as school buses and light-duty trucks. As America looks to cleaner, greener alternative fuels for our future, Louisiana's propane dealers stand ready to meet the need. For more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Welcome back to Uncle Larry's Kitchen. Uncle Larry Roussel. Larry, it's good to have us back here. And, you know, we just showed folks how to get a few squirrels, and we're going to show them how to do a squirrel stew in a few.
There you go.
And the first thing we started off with, we took the squirrel and browned it up real good. I like to use virgin olive oil to brown it. Take it out of that, put it in a pressure cooker or slow cooker to get it tender. And then once you get it to that point, like we have here, tell us what to do to make it really quick.
Quick and easy. You got the squirrel already cooked, so stew in a few. 1 jar, about a pound of squirrel meat. We're going to combine that in this pot right here.
Would this be a good time to add some vegetables if you wanted to put something in there, like carrots?
It's just like ragu. It's all in there.
Oh,
You don't need none of
There
that.
we
So,
go.
it's all in there.
All right, I got to tell you, this is a nice couple of young tender squirrels.
Well, there you go.
They were hand-picked.
There you go. So,
all right.
We're going to bring this to a boil. It's going to take about 5 minutes, maybe a little over 5 minutes. And then after we hit a boiling point, we're going to cut it back to a simmer.
So your products are good to make a stew pretty much out of anything, huh?
Any kind of stew you want to do, Don. Shrimp stew, crawfish stew, chicken stew. I did a rabbit stew in a few. We did red bean.
Now, if you would, for people, maybe we got some Yankees that are watching this and don't know, tell me the difference between gumbo and a stew.
All right, well, one thing, somebody asked me that same question a while back. I said, one thing is going to be pretty obvious on the ingredient list. A stew in a few has a lot more ingredients, but that's one difference. Another difference, stew in a few is not a concentrated product. My ready set gumbo and my ready set okra gumbo, they're both concentrated products, so you can add water to that. Stew in a few, you don't need to do that.
Well, Larry, besides your gumbo and your stew, instant basically, you got seasonings too.
Yes.
Now, are the seasonings already in here, or do you need to add that to that?
You don't need, the seasoning's in there. The seasoning is my foundation to all of my other products, including my brown sugar dry rub, okay? So that's in there.
And what do you use your spices on, like ribs maybe, or you could do them on a meatloaf or ground meat, hamburgers, anything? Huh?
Anything. You said already, hamburger, but the thing that is best on the brown sugar dry rub is the baby back
That's my
rib.
favorite right there.
Baby back. Now this here, you could use it on anything. So gumbo, stews, salads, you get steaks, pork chop, great on pork chop, but anything. A buddy of mine even put it on his toothpaste.
On a what?
Because he don't like to brush his teeth, but now he brushes his teeth every day.
I don't recommend you do that at
No.
home. All right, Larry, we quick and stew in a few minutes, so
All
let's
right.
get some of the squirrel stew and
So
try
let's
it
do
out.
that.
Ooh, look at that, look at that. If those squirrels only knew what was going to happen to them, they'd be proud to have.
I think so too. I think they'd be happy to be in this stew in a few.
You know, squirrel hunting used to be the #1 game species, you know, and the deer has overtaken it now. But there's a lot of opportunity to get out there and hunt squirrels. Some people like to do it with dogs. Other people like to do it still hunting. And it's a great way to introduce kids and new people to the sport of hunting. And this is what you end up with right here. And just use Larry's stew in a few, and it's squirrel stew time.
There you go.
Let's get it.
There you go.
There's nothing quite like the Louisiana outdoors. Known for its mystique and natural beauty, sometimes there's no better place to clear your head. John Deere products from Sunshine can help you do just that. From the woods to the field, every view is better from behind the wheel of a John Deere. Ask your local Sunshine dealer about our current promotions or learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine. at sunnyquip.com.
The one and only Louisiana Sportsman Show, presented by Sheldon LaPlace, March 28th through 30th at the St. John Community Center and surrounding park. Same show, new location. Friday free admission for first responders, veterans, and active military. Parking's free for all. March 28th through 30th in LaPlace, sponsored by Louisiana Land Bank.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Hunt of a Lifetime is a nonprofit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
The one and only Louisiana Sportsman Show, presented by Sheldon LaPlace, March 28th through 30th at the St. John Community Center and surrounding park. Same show, new location. Fishing and hunting gear, boats, tractors, RVs, and more. March 28th through 30th in LaPlace, sponsored by Louisiana Land Bank. The Sanctuary Lodge is a welcome stop for the Bayou Wild crew, even if it's for just a few short hours, like today's trip. The hospitality and camaraderie of outdoorsmen who share this property is always appreciated.
It felt like family, really. Like everybody welcomed me. Everybody was like, let's go kill some squirrels, enjoy the time. So this was really my first time really squirrel hunting, besides just being a kid in the backyard playing around. Because at the end of the day, that's what really life is about. That's what hunting about, fishing about. It's always about just enjoying the moment, enjoying time, and it's about what you love. Like, it's not a job. You're not being forced to do it. At the end of the day, it's just something that just comes natural, really.
You know, when I was a kid, squirrel hunting was the way you started hunting. That's how you learned to hunt, and then you moved up to the duck or the deer and the geese. Today, it's a little bit different. A lot of people are just simply bypassing squirrel hunting, which really is a shame because it takes real hunting. And then you got a lot of people that get back to the basics and they just enjoy squirrel hunting. And hey, there's nothing wrong with fried squirrels or squirrels in gravy and dumplings or even a good squirrel gumbo.
For a world-class athlete like Sean Squirrel Burrell, it's impossible to predict where his career may lead after college.
So you gotta live for your future. You gotta plan for the things to come, because at the end of the day, track could take you as far as you want to take you, but at the end of the day, your body will eventually, you will get older, it will give out, and you will have to rely on the knowledge that you learned in college. So take this opportunity that they're giving you with this education and actually apply it in your life, and don't take it for granted.
But we're certain that no matter where the track takes him, there'll always be an outdoor playground set aside for a squirrel's world in the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage of Bayou Wild.